as helicopter pilots, we do a lot of search and rescue, so we'll go out and either search for people who are lost in the ocean. If we find them, we'll pick them up.
As an aviation survival technician, one of our duties is to maintain all the survival gear on all the Coast Guard aircraft. So that ranges from life rafts to life vests to the pumps that we drop to boats and all of that.
We also do counter-drug and counter-migrant missions. So we'll search for them, and if we see them, we'll try and vector a boat into them and stop them.
One of our duties is a rescue swimmer, and so what that means is when we get launched on a case, we are the ones that will jump out and assist the survivors. What
it really comes down to is the water conditions, time of day, and what kind of issue we're having, what kind of situation the person's in. In certain cases, like let's say we're in heavy surf or swift water in a river, typically we'll leave the swimmer connected to the helicopter, what we call a direct deployment, and they'll just go down, pick the person up, and come back up. It's a very quick evolution. If we're not sure what's wrong with the person, a lot of times we'll put the swimmer in the water, either with a free fall, they kind of jump out of the helicopter, or with a harness, we lower them to water and they disconnect, and we then back off. We can let them evaluate the situation, and then they decide how they want to proceed and give us hand signals to complete the evolution.
We're trying to perform any type of mission, from a sinking vessel. We're also EMTs, so any medical condition like we will respond to. We do medevacs from cruise ships. We carry dewatering pumps, so if a boat's sinking, we can help deploy that.
We get a position, we say, okay, it's over there. All right, let's go. We plan our fuel, we plan if we need to fly around weather or anything, and we just go. It's a lot of, in the moment decision making to make the choice to go where we need to go.
We have different gear that we wear. So down here when it's hot, we'll wear a wetsuit, a short wetsuit, a long one, and then in the wintertime, or if we go up north, we have a dry suit where we could be wearing 3 layers underneath, and we'll stay dry the entire time.
A lot of times we don't know what the situation is. We get a brief from the sector who directs us, but they may not always have the correct information. And sometimes we get on scene and either it's deteriorated such that, now instead of being a boat sinking, it's just people in the water. And other times the reporting source just didn't give them the right information. So we come out to something we totally weren't expecting, and we have to adapt and overcome.
So what motivated me to join the Coast Guard? I like that it was a smaller service, and it was more concentrated on helping people. And that was something that I can get behind, and something that would keep me waking up in the morning.
My father was in the Air Force for 4 years. I thought about joining the Air Force, and then I was on the beach one day, saw a Coast Guard helicopter fly by. I was like, oh, what's that? I went to a recruiter to talk to them. He sat me down, hey, this is what the Coast Guard is, this is their mission, and just went from there.
Overall, obviously, it was service to my country. I heard it had a lot of aspects to offer through aviation. The technical training was absolutely attractive to me.
When I was growing up, we always had helicopters flying over our house from the Army, big Chinooks. And I was just really excited when I was 3 years old. I loved hearing them come over with the big whop, whop, whop sound. And I got really excited, and that's what I've always wanted to do. And I was able to go to the academy and go to flight school and then become a helicopter pilot.
You're flying in a helicopter, you have the potential to save someone's life. Now I'm at that point where I'm training young guys, so they're going to take my spot pretty soon.
It takes a lot of crew trust and just relying on each other to know what your job is and be able to accomplish it without help from anybody else. We all work together to make the decisions, and we just kind of evaluate and plan as we go, and if we need to change something, we talk about it and then we do it.